So we're going to basically just give you a quick look at the little 205. Normally with the classic stuff, it's never ever going to be perfect, but we do like to try and get stuff as close to perfect as we possibly can. Now, I'm going to go out on a whim here and say I don't think there's really any big negatives to this car. For the age of it, it's very, very impressive. We'll just flip round and I'll give you a look. So there she is. We've got a 1989 F-plate 205 GTI. Now, originally, this was a 1.6 shell. I'll just walk you around as I'm talking, with a 1.9 engine conversion, which, to be fair, it didn't bother us. It's all in there properly. It's plumbed in well. It's a professional conversion. And as you'll see, as I'm just kind of making my way around the car, it is very, very hard to fault. Now, for a Peugeot that was built in 1989, yes, it's obviously had a lot of work. Yes, it's had a paint job, but you couldn't expect that with classic stuff. But if you just look down the side at the paintwork and the lines of the car, it's very, very impressive. I don't see any major dents or imperfections. I was probably like the nightmare customer, to be fair. I think I spent about 45 minutes going around this car on my hands and knees, just making sure it was everything that we wanted. And as you can see, we've definitely made the right choice buying the car. Obviously has the 1.9 GTI badges fitted now. Even around the rear end, it's great. I think what we're going to do is just to put it into its era, we're going to find out where this car was actually built. And we're going to try and get a replicated set of dealer number plates made up. I think that would just finish the car nicely. But whoever has done the work to the car, obviously there's a lot of credit due there. It's just such a nice, lovely little old car. Round to the back, badges again, not restored, original. They look excellent. As you can see, we've got a brand new exhaust at the back. She still has the spare underneath. The floor in the car, which I'm not going to get on my hands and knees today because it's a little bit damp, but the floor is excellent as well. We've got 4 brand new Toyo tyres just fitted. It's just had cam belt, water pump. What else it has? Had a service. It's had a few new seals, some seal, etc. But as you can see, I'll just take you in close. It's always best to get the angles so you can just see the quality of the actual paintwork. Again, in terms of dents and imperfections, you'll probably agree it's hard to fault that side of the car. It's very, very clean and very, very tidy. The paintwork is in general lovely condition. Whoever's painted it has done a very nice job. We believe that a detail, a correction will definitely bring it up to standard. As I said, the paint's of great quality, but it isn't perfect. There is a few kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, swirl marks in the paint where it's been obviously hand washed. But the condition of the door trims, the side strips, all great. Mirrors, all fresh. Wheels are beautiful. Obviously they've been done. There's a few small marks on the wheels, but I think for what it's worth, we're going to get the lined out. I'll just take you into the interior of the car. As you can see, obviously it has the full trim in there. I've turned the mat upside down because it's rare. I didn't want to dirty the underside of the mat. But as you can see, obviously carpet sets, fantastic condition. The smaller details like the condition of the door cards, again, absolutely beautiful. They've aged very, very well. Steering wheel condition, again, it's very, very much on point. Got that lovely sunroof as well. I personally love a sunroof in any 90s hot hatch car. I think that sunroofs for me were a very period thing. When I was growing up with my dad, our cars, performance stuff that we had, always had sunroofs in. The trim, again, I like the trim. It's not recovered. It's in original condition. It is showing some signs of wear, but I actually quite like that. It's in with the car's obviously age and the miles. Done 88,000 miles. I say there's a few little bits of wear, but you're always going to get that with these seats. It was always a common fault. The back bench, just pick this up. Again, great condition. Very, very nice. Headlining is very tidy. In the dash area, those lovely old school 205 GTI clocks. Now, as you can see, obviously with the 88k on there. Original gear stick. To be fair, these were always a quirky. I always felt like the gear stick was massive on these, but when you're driving it, the box is lovely. Clutch bite's very, very nice. It's nice and easy on the road, but everywhere you look, it just portrays the image of a very well kept and loved car. History wise, it's got some lovely paperwork. A local guy to us who's a specialist, Jim Bean, very well known for 205s. It's just been for a full check over by Jim. Everything's been gone over, and we've replaced obviously what we've seen. There's £1,500 just spent recently. These are the things I always look for. I love the original manuals and book set, the wallet, which is all there. It's got everything in it, which is really, really nice to see. And very important with these old cars now is the right kind of history. So as you can see, and the history is very, very good. She's had a lot of work in the past. Don't get me wrong, when you look at that, I think that history ends in 2004, and then it was maintained by the previous owner from there onwards. But that's it really. I just wanted to kind of give you a look at it, and what I'm going to try and do is kind of load this YouTube channel up every week as we're finding classic stuff, and just show you some of the examples that we're picking out now. At Triple R, we do 100% pride ourselves on supplying the best of cars, or as close to as possible. As said, these old cars are never going to be perfect, but we always try and get them somewhere near. And the good thing is, obviously, we are quite hands-on here, so if we do see any issues that need rectifying, we'll actually just use a specialist, or we are capable of doing the work ourselves. I'll tell you what, and I'm saying I'll pick the little negatives out. Probably that is my biggest bugaboo. I know it's only tiny, and this was always common. They always used to go in here where the paint sat. Not go so much, but obviously the paint cracks where it sits. But the usual areas where these go, obviously they crack down in here and everything. This is very, very good. It's very, very nice. As said, you can see it's had paint work, but it's generally in beautiful condition. So that'll end the video with the little 205. Obviously, if you do like our cars, we are putting content online to kind of share it and show everybody what can be available. And most importantly, we know people just like cars the same as ourselves. So if you do like the video, first of all, obviously thanks for staying tuned to Triple R. We're getting over 500 followers now. We're hoping to increase that. And with that, you will start and see videos weekly. Thanks for staying tuned, and we'll get on with the next one.